Hey Taeler Army, welcome back to All Things Taeler on YouTube in my tiny house on wheels. I know guys, right? It's been a while since I have done a YouTube video in my tiny house. It's nuts. I am so far behind for the holiday season, but as you can see all around me, even my sweater, I love breaking this thing out every year. I love it. Oh man, I have so much fun. So I have actually been on the road doing press stuff for the MPWL versus Lucha Patron on January 4th. So I am like running around trying to do catch up. I texted my mom this morning. I was like, Mom, Christmas threw up in my house. Because yesterday, just for so long, I was, working, and I was just literally Christmas everywhere. Even in my bathroom, I have like a Christmas shower curtain. I have Christmas little window clings on my mirror. The pull handles on all my cupboards have like little doohickey hanging things, and all my doorknob, like literally floor to ceiling, there's it's nuts, y'all. It is wicked. Super stoked. So it's raining and really yucky, so my hair is having like a terrible day. Oh well. I'm going to be doing some different kinds of videos on my YouTube coming up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have no makeup on like my actual face and things like that, just like some lipstick and stuff. So if you guys would love to know more about how to take care of your skin and things like that, comment below, because I will help you guys out with that. I love to be proactive and just taking care of myself. So sorry. So I kind of just, I'm really passionate about that kind of stuff, because I've had to figure this all out on my own. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup growing up. I got grounded for just basic mascara and eyeliner, like for real, just black eyeliner, black mascara in high school, minimum at least 1 week to 2 weeks grounded. And I got busted like every time. It's like she knew. She was like the Houdini of like, I don't know, makeup whisperer, my mom. Like, damn, shit, no. Every single time. But so for wrestling and things, I had to figure out how to do everything. I was so far behind. I've talked about before, like when I got brought on to do gut check, and I didn't even know that I was going to win or anything like that. I had no idea about any of it. I didn't even know when I got there who my opponent was going to be. Nothing. I was completely in the dark. And then when I was signed and stuff, I had to learn so many different things. I had never gone tanning. I didn't even know how to put on like false eyelashes by myself. Nothing. I felt, and I've described it as feeling like such a little girl in a locker room full of women, like beautiful, stunning, well put together women. And here I am just like, like, hey guys, I'm wearing hot pink and neon yellow and they don't look good on me. Yay. One girl evolution. like what the heck is that? Like, who is this random chick? Like, and I remember that I needed to be so tan, so the tanning beds weren't working, and I had like this like fear and phobia of like bacteria and tanning beds and stuff, because I'm kind of a really big germaphobe, ironically enough. And oh man, so I decided to do spray tans, and I remember specifically getting, I know this is off topic, but I just think it's really funny, and I feel like any chance you can to laugh at yourself is important, because it keeps you humble and, and honest, really. It keeps you humble and honest, so... and alive. I feel like if you're not busy laughing, then you're busy dying, Laughter is sometimes, the best thing. So I laughed at myself all day long. I think I am literally the most funniest person on the planet. I know that's not the case, but to me, I'm laughing all day long at myself. So yeah, I had 2 level 14 competition spray tans. Like those bodybuilding, fitness competition tans and all of that. I had 2 of those, one on top of the other, right? And then I went on Spike TV, and I was wrestling with Mickie James, which I had discussed, I think last week or so. Oh my gosh, guys. I must have looked so orange in person, like, oompa, doompa, doompa, doo. And yet, with all the HD lighting that they had for that program, I'm still more porcelain and whiter than she is. And the match, like, go back and watch it. Tell me not. I'll wait. No, I really won't, but seriously, no. Seriously, go ahead and watch. Like, it's so crazy. And a lady at this is why I dye. By the way, I dye all of my hair myself, because I've just had so many people mess up my hair, and I can go into some funny matches I can review and be like, yeah, see this one? Hairdresser did this and this to my hair, which messed it up, whatever. It'll be really funny, like, get behind the scenes stories of what's going on leading up to matches and stuff. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So this woman messed up my hair at a salon, so it looked almost black, like a purplish black in person. And then I had like this orange double layer competition tan, plus they did some airbrushing, whatever. And but yeah, on TV my hair looks bright red, right? And oh my gosh, what a disaster. My poor hair and skin over the years. So that's why I really like taking care of myself and learning all I can and using more natural products instead of stuff that's very like chemically based. I just think it's so important for your overall health, especially where I have like lung disease and stuff. And I didn't talk about that for quite a few years. So I'm a lot more open about it now because I feel like people can learn from the stuff that I failed at, or, you know, that I didn't know about or didn't have, you know, the kind of information. So I think that's important. So yeah. Okay, so back to the holidays. I mentioned on YouTube recently, within the last couple weeks, that I wanted to do a free prize giveaway for at least 5 members of the Taeler Army who bought shirts during the 12-day Pro Wrestling Tees sale, or that did Cameo and 8x10 sales. So I actually already exceeded 5 winners. So I've upped it to 10. So I still have 5 more slots left open. I wanted everybody to have kind of a fair shot. And because there was so much, what do you call it? So much traction of people wanting to win it and find out what they were going to win, that I upped it to at least 10 because I wanted people to have more of a fair chance of winning it. You know what I mean? So why not? And it's not like I don't love doing it. So I wanted to give you guys, since I've alluded to what it is, I kind of want to give you guys a backstory. And please comment below. I want to know what some of the values are that you all grew up with. So if you've been following along in my life story and my wrestling experiences and things like that, whether on my blog or my YouTube or my social media, you never know where I'm just dropping stuff, you know. I grew up kind of poor, without a lot of money, when it was just my mom and I. And my mom always raised me to be the type of person where if you get invited to go over somewhere, you always bring something, like whether it's a dish or a housewarming gift, whatever the case may be. If you can't afford that, then either go early to help set up or stay late to help clean up. That's how I was raised. And we didn't have a lot of money, but we had such a huge family. Mom couldn't really afford to buy stuff for everybody. So it became very much a tradition for us to make handmade gifts. At least one every year for somebody. So that's what I wanted to do for the Taeler Army, and bring you guys in on a family tradition that has been going on, honestly, since before I even existed. So I think my family, certain members of my family have been doing this since probably the late 70s to early 80s. And I want to share some of this with you guys because this could be you. Dun, 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 dun. So at least 5 winners have already been chosen by me to win a free handmade, that's right, tailor-made Christmas ornament for your tree, made by me, that says Taeler Army on it. Yay! Hope y'all are as excited as I am. I already made them. I am super stoked. They are ready to be shipped. And I feel like this is something fun that, you know, nobody else has really done. And I really wanted to, I'm so proud of like where I've come from and how hard it was to get there, and, you know, all the values I was raised with, that I kind of wanted to share those with you guys. And I feel like, I don't know, it gave me the feels in such an honest way, because it meant a lot to me as a kid, and it's meant a lot to me as an adult to this day. So I wanted to share all of that with you guys. And who knows, one of you could be going home one day and in your mailbox will be a personalized ornament from me for you being a part of the Taeler Army that you get to put on your tree either this year or next year. How cool is that? Taeler Army for life. So this, I'm going to show you guys some ornaments that were made in my family that I still have that get put on my tree every year. And some of them are older than me. This one was hand knitted or crocheted, I think in 1990. This one is canvas and yarn, and it has like this nice like sachet potpourri stuff in it. This was made by my grandmother, I believe in 1977. Isn't that crazy? I was born in 89, so this thing is a lot older than me. This one was made by my mom in the year 2005. It's made of glass and it has these really fun rub-ons. It's a penguin with stars. These are really hard to find these days, guys, by the way. Rub-ons are like these little sticker type things that you peel off and they have a clear background. And they're called rub-ons because you have to rub them fiercely onto whatever you want them to adhere to. And then you have to use an adhesive to make sure they stay. Very hard to find these days. This one is made out of ceramic. I paint ceramics. So does my mom. I also crochet. I paint. I write. I'm very into the arts. I love it. And I also feel like it's helped me be very artistic with my wrestling gimmicks. So this one right here was made in 2010. Hand painted. Let's see. Oh, these were made in the early 80s. They are also handmade, and they are hand blown in the kiln and everything. And these were made in the early 80s. They're these little mice. They're some of my absolute favorites. They remind me of my grandmother and my great-grandmother, so I have a bunch of them. And I just love that, you know, they remind me of when I was very little and really didn't have anything under the tree. So when I look at them, I just feel like so blessed to be alive and so proud of my family that's grown so much. I have a really big family. Little sleepy mouse. It's just really cool to realize that, you know, somebody that's not with me anymore is still with me for the holidays when I put up these ornaments that they made on the tree. I just think that's super cool. Here's another little grandpa mouse in a rocking chair with a little different mouse. And then I have some wooden ones that are hand painted. Let's see here. Oh, this one's like a crazy heavy one, so I don't get to put it out as much. My mother made this one in 2008. It's like, isn't that crazy? It is very heavy because it's hollow, but it's all ceramic, and she does this all by hand, right down to like the detail in the hazel eyes. It's crazy. She is amazingly talented. I get a lot of artistic things from her because, like I was saying earlier in the video, when we didn't have a lot of money, my mother would make things. So she kind of passed that down to me, which I really think is like super cool. Here's like a penguin one from 2001. It's all painted and all hand painted and hand glued. Oh, it's bashful. You guys are getting some of my favorite ones because you can never get these to come out exactly like. So every single one is completely one of a kind, unique. And I just thought it would be cool. Like, how cool would it be to be a part of the Taeler Army and have something that I made on your Christmas tree? Like, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I still think that's really cool. So this one says Mischief and Slinky on it. I made it before my kitty died. I had my cat for 19 years. I was so blessed. He was the runt of the litter. I got him on like my 9th or 10th birthday from my uncle because my uncle couldn't afford to get me something for my birthday. And so he gave me this amazing cat, and he fit literally in the palm of my hand, just like this, like little ornament. And unfortunately he died a couple years, just about 2 years ago, I think. 2.5 years ago, but I had him for 19 years. So every move for wrestling I ever made, even when I lived in my car, my cat lived in my car with me. So I made an ornament that has his name and my puppy, my dachshund's name on it. So Mischief and Slinky, we called him Senor Chiffs because he was like a little old New York man. He'd be like, "Ugh, you crazy kids and your rap music." Oh, I love that cat. But yeah, so these are all handmade, either plastic or glass. And what I do is I have an adhesive, I have different kinds of glitters and foil things. And then I actually hand paint the names Taeler Army on them. So that's what you guys will be receiving. And then they all have different kinds of ribbons and they hang right on your tree. How cool is that? And not a single one is the same. Some of you will have fake snow on them. Some are different fun colors, different shapes, like really, really cool. Some will look like this shape. Like, how cool are these guys? And not a single one, you know, it's not like something store-bought where like they're all like, you know, distributed and manufactured or whatever. Every single one is unique. So I would love to hear what some of your traditions are. To me, traditions are just so important. I love getting to pass them down. I'm sorry if this video has been shaky. I'm using a selfie stick because I wanted to be so animated with my hands. I love the holidays. And I just love everything about where I come from. So I want to hear more about what you guys do as far as traditions. You know, every year my mom and I watch White Christmas and Holiday Inn and The Grinch because I'm a huge Cindy Lou Who and The Grinch fan. So oh man, every year the night before Thanksgiving on the Wednesday, we always do the same stuffing recipe that they have been doing since probably when they used like a hand grinder that you attached to, older people know what I'm talking about, this a meat grinder that would attach to your countertop when you had like the linoleum countertops, and you would like hand crank the meat to make a ground beef or whatever. They've been doing that since like those were like a new appliance. Like what? Now we have food processors, so a lot easier. But yeah, so we've literally had some of these same traditions since like way before I was even a twinkle in the eye. So I would love to hear more about how you guys were raised and what you do for the holidays. If you like to be alone, or you know what your favorite food is, or if you guys are interested in the stuffing recipe that my family has been making since, you know, before 1965. So I just want to share all kinds of positivity and happy holidays. Be sure to keep a lookout on my YouTube channel, because I will do some tutorials about how to dress up some of your Christmas presents and maybe get some extra brownie points for how pretty they look. I know it's kind of posh, but I love it. So I will be doing tutorials on that. And I'm going to start doing some recipe tutorials as well, because I love to bake and decorate cakes and cupcakes and cake pops, all kinds of things, you name it, as well as cooking. So Taylor's Tiny Kitchen will be coming soon. Make sure you either put in your orders for t-shirts on prowrestlingtees.com/TaylorHendricks. I will be discontinuing either 1 or 2 shirts. And if you don't want a shirt, but you would like a personal message, you can order a cameo from me, which will help me donate to either St. Jude's Hospital or Best Friends Animal Society just in time for the holidays. If you do purchase a shirt on prowrestlingtees.com/TaylorHendricks, that will actually help proceeds for me for no-kill shelters, because I take old sweatshirts that are this shape and I make different pet beds out of them that look cute for no-kill shelters. So yeah, there's always something going on in the all things Taylor world, and no matter what you buy from me, you are always helping out with something, which I think is so cool. Whether it's an 8x10 sale, a shirt sale, buying a ticket to a show that you can't go to, like MPWL versus Lucha Patron, or a cameo, it all is going towards something, which makes me feel good, and I think is another thing that makes the Taeler Army so unique, because we're making a difference every single day. I am ready to crush goals in 2020. So many announcements heading your way. I hope you guys are just as stoked as I am. Happy holidays, and good luck to all the winners who are getting a Taeler Army ornament for their Christmas tree. Sorry about the long video. So much to say. You guys are awesome.